Hi, everybody. Today's Friday, and the reason I'm recording this today is a lot of the schools have closed now and it's only open to the children of the key workers. So, obviously, there is a lot of planning going on for everybody, all the parents wondering what they're going to do with the children next week and how they're going to manage. And I just wanted to share with you some ideas and things to think about over the next few weeks. So there's a lot of material out online for children and schools, and it's amazing. There's a lot of timetables out there. There's a lot of resources about what you can do and how you can structure your child's day and how you can do some revision and the lesson packs and stuff like that. So this is amazing stuff that's out there, and it's really, really nice. It's worth having a look at. But one thing I really want you to be aware of is that there are six basic needs, six human needs that we all have. And this is based on Tony Robbins' work. And I've got the six human needs written down here, and I'll talk you through them. But this is based on Tony Robbins' work. And if we have all of these six needs met in any given area of our life, we would be very happy and satisfied and content. So I'll give you an example first, and then I'll tell you how to apply it for the kids. So if you had all these needs met at work, you would be very, very happy at work. So if you had the stability of your job, you had the certainty that the job is there, you have the income coming in every month. It's very important you have that certainty. Then comes variety. So if you went to work and it was the same old thing every day, you had to do the same thing every day, you'd probably get bored. So what's important is there's some change, how things are done, you have different tasks, so mix things up, and that makes it interesting, right? If at work you felt loved and there was connection with your team and other members of work, you'd feel very happy. If you felt important that you were giving something back, you'd feel significant, and that helps as well. And then there's growth, where if you feel you're growing in a particular area of your life, so if at work you were growing and you were getting promotions, you were learning mentally, you'd be very happy. And if you felt you were contributing or giving back to the company or to the people you work for or the society, it makes you really happy. So these six are very, very important. Now they call the top four, the certainty, variety, love and connection, and significance, the human survival needs. And growth and contribution are human fulfillment needs. But I'm just going to talk about them generally today, and I'm not going to go into too much detail. But the reason I'm mentioning this is when you start to plan for the children over the next few weeks about how they're going to do things, it is very important that you cover all the six areas. There has to be some stability at home, right? But you have to have some spontaneous things happening. There has to be some variety. You can't be so rigid, like you've got to do maths every morning at 9:30, and you've got to do PE at 10 o'clock, and you've got to do English at 10:30 every single day. You can't do that, because even schools don't do that. What schools do is they have a timetable, and it's varied from day to day. So Monday is different to Tuesday, Tuesday is different to Wednesday, Wednesday is different to Thursday, etc. What is certain and stable at school is the lunch times are stable, the assembly is stable, the break times are fixed, right? So we have to create some routine, and within the routine, we have to create some variety. We have to make things different for them. So when you start looking at some of the timetables that are going down, please make them personal to you. Make sure that you're not using the same timetable Monday to Friday for the next 12 weeks, and it wouldn't work. The kids will rebel it anyway. Now, we're high in needs. Different people are high in different areas. So, for example, some people might have a high need for certainty, stability. They like things in a particular place. They like to know a lot. They have to do things in a certain way. Now, if you're high in certainty and stability, but your child isn't, then you're going to meet their needs in your way, and that's going to create a lot of clash. So it's very important you understand them and you meet their needs in their way. Try and have a balance of all of the six, which is very important. But some children will be higher on routine, certainty. There are certain children who thrive on routine, and if your child's like that, then meet it like that. You might not. You might thrive on having a lot of changes all the time, but that might not work for your kid. So make sure you're balancing it all. Now, how can we bring certainty? Making sure the kids know there's food on the table, that there's enough food in the house, mom and dad are well, there's enough income coming in, reassuring them about things like this, right? Making sure certain routines like bedtime are kept regular. If you have certain times where you pray every day, keeping those as routine would be nice so that they have that certainty. If you have bedtime routine of reading books, keep that up. Don't stop because they've been at home all day and been reading with you in the daytime. So keep certain routines there. But how do you bring variety? So we talked about the variety of changing the timetable up, having some days is play days, some days is art days, half a day. If we did art in the morning on one day, then you can have free play in the afternoon. Then few days later, you can have free play in the morning and screen time in the afternoon. So mix it up. It's very important you mix it up. But whatever they do, make them feel important. And that's the significance. Make them feel good about what they're doing. You know, if they help in the house, if they put a glass away, make them feel important and say, that was amazing, you help mommy in the house, that makes me feel good. Or you close the curtains today, you know, that was amazing job done. So help them feel important. Make sure you have time to give them love and connection, which we all thrive on, and help them feel that they're giving something back. So a lot of children will be like, oh, this virus, we have to be at home and it's not fair. And why are they doing this? Be mindful of the language. What I would suggest is help them understand that them staying at home, them giving up their time at school is contributing to the wider society and the world. It's helping others, empower them to realize they're contributing by helping stop the virus. They're helping the government, they're helping each other, they're helping the environment. So if you help them see the positive in this negative situation and help them realize by you staying at home, you're protecting others and that's contributing to the betterment of the society, they'll feel good about themselves. You know, they'll feel happy, they'll understand why they're at home rather than, oh, why do we have to stay at home and it's not fair and I can't see my friends. But help them understand that actually, if you're not seeing your friends, it's because you're doing it for the betterment of society, for the bigger, wider world and the peace of everybody. So I hope that you've taken some tips from here and you find this useful. Feel free to put any questions in the post and in the thread below, and I'll do my best to answer it over the next few days. But please know your child. If your child is not about routine and needs to move around, but you're about routine, don't impose your needs on them. Have a balance. Find your needs can be met in different areas for yourself and meet your children's needs in their way. Remember, your partner's needs might be different. Your partner might be very high on love and connection, but you might be very high on certainty, and this often happens a lot. You know, there's certain couples where one always has to have the food at a certain time, or they need to eat at a particular time, and the clothes have to be put away, and you know, they have to know everything has to be organized. That's the stability and the certainty, always knowing. But the other partner might be like, oh, why does it matter? You know, I love you and that's all that matters. So you recognize this in each other as partners, that you're different. So take some time to recognize every person in the house and try and have all six of this met. And if you meet all the six, you will have a much easier few weeks at home with the kids, with less clashes, hopefully, and more fun, more contentment. As I said, any questions, pop them down and I'll try and answer them as over the weeks. Many thanks and see you tomorrow or in a few days. Take care.